been caught off.
Ja, hej och välkomna vara till min kanal och idag så kör vi Tour de France. Och det här är avsnitt 26 och nu kör vi sista
But it
etappen.
hasn't happened very often. With the specialists who currently dominate the
detta
discipline,
Tour de France
it's an even
år.
more demanding challenge. The first riders are entering the Champs-Élysées circuit.
Perfekt.
First time around the Arc de Triomphe.
Man ska
The
runt en
circuit
6
goes
gånger
around
tror
the
jag.
Jardin des Tuileries, taking the tunnel. The riders emerge onto the Rue de Rivoli and return towards the finishing line.
Då åker vi tillbaka.
The breakaways losing ground.
Kommer gå runt.
30 seconds lead for the head of the race.
The riders up front still have something left. They're upping the pace to try to hold out till the end.
Perfekt. Det sista varvet.
The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed. Okay, we'll consume a feed.
Så. Det är bara för att vi ska ha en chans. Det är vi så. Ovanat går och vinner. Perfekt. Och nu är vi tillbaka.
Today, lads, despite some Flemish hills and cobblestones, it should very much resemble a classic flat stage, with a breakaway by the baradeurs and sprinters teams pulling the string.
Yes. Och nu är det en ny tävling. Som ni ser så har inte jag den gula längre. Perfekt.
It's looking good. You've got more than a minute's lead on the peloton. If you don't take more relays, you will disrupt the breakaway, and you'll have no chance of going all the way.
Men det tänker jag inte heller. Tänker bara åka fram.
You're the fastest of the group in a sprint.
Perfekt. Jag tänker bara de två första här. Så jag kan bli bättre på cobblestone.
Well, on flat stages, that's not where you see the most drama.
Nej, jag vet.
You can accelerate forward if you think that nothing important will happen.
Och skarp vänster. Nu kommer cobblestone här. Alldeles strax.
The first points for the mountain classification will be up for grabs at the top of the Capelmoor. 2 points,
Och det är nog den
1
röda.
point for the
Nej,
first
den
two
är här.
riders.
Perfekt. Och så kommer nästa här.
The route is not really conducive to a solo breakaway. You should perhaps wait and join forces with the counterattack.
A new cobblestone hill is in view at the front of the race.
Och jag
The
ska...
Bosberg. For a long time, the last hill on the Tour of Flanders, it
Men
now
jag vill
serves
bara
as
ha
final arbiter on the Umloop Het Njosblad
cobblestone
Classic, and is well known to the riders. The Bosberg is a fairly short hill, only 800 meters. There's 1 point to be gleaned by the first rider to reach the top.
Min kontroll är lite sönder kan man säga. Perfekt. Så. Då tänker jag vänta in.
There are riders in trouble behind. They should be able to catch up if the tempo drops.
Ja, jag väntar inne.
You must constantly try to
Ja,
shelter
nu ska
from
jag
the
inte
wind
worka med
so as
någon
not
här.
to consume energy. This is what allows a rider to edge clear at the end of the race.
Nu ska han få jobba hela tiden. Jag tänker bara vänta här. Jag väntar in de andra nu. Han får dra hela tiden. Hela tiden får vi dra. Kom igen då. Nu är vi snart framme vid den gröna.
The race leaders are approaching the intermediate sprint.
Guys, you're 3 kilometers from the intermediate sprint.
Perfekt, perfekt.
Now it's a cobblestone sector that lies underneath the rider's wheels. The only sector of the day, and lying far from the finish, it should not make a significant impact on the race.
Perfekt, då kommer vi ut här också. Tillbaka med stannarna.
Essentially, you're the fastest of the group in a sprint.
Perfekt. Men jag
The
förlorar
head of the
in
race
på
is
det här.
approaching the final climb of the day, the Côte de Bois d'Ez. 1 kilometer at 5.6%. A puncher's climb. The riders are entering the feed zone. They'll be able to pick up something to eat that will see them through the final 50 kilometers.
Perfekt. Jag håller bara på att ta ner mark. Och han här kommer inte orka.
The peloton is 1 minute 30 behind you.
Ja, men jag håller inte på.
The peloton is 1 minute away.
Jag försöker åka ifrån. Det är han snart.
30 kilometers before the finish in Brussels. The breakaway maintained its not insignificant lead. The riders are all back together.
Ser du?
Everything will be played out in the final
Just det,
kilometers.
Philipsen är tillbaka.
Another 20 kilometers. The peloton
Yeah.
is moving at top speed towards a mass sprint.
Perfekt.
The peloton is into the final 10 kilometers.
Nej. Jävlar.
It's the red
Så, sen ska alla få åka.
The sprint will be launched.
Om du inte ska...
Watch out. You're not
Så
going
ja.
to be...
Och där är vi tillbaka.
It's a real leg breaker of a stage. Nothing you can't handle, but teams will surely turn the screw to eliminate the sprinters, because the final 10 kilometers are made for them. It's dead flat.
Jag vet om jag ska göra så. Vi kan ta det här.
It's looking good. You've got more than a minute's lead on the peloton.
Yes. Jag vill bara ha den första.
Over the peloton. It turned out to be a good move.
Ja, ja. Så.
The leaders are approaching the first hill of the day, Mont Cassel. Well known to riders because it is often crossed by the 4 days of Dunkirk or Ghent-Wevelgem.
Och det här kan jag
Still
dra
have 2
ifrån.
kilometers before you reach the summit.
Jag kan dra ifrån ganska enkelt här va. Kommer cobblestone som jag vill ha. Och sen ska vi bara... Nu kommer de komma ikapp här.
It's looking good for the counter-attack. You should perhaps wait for them. The finish is still a long way off.
Så. Nu backar vi. Nu backar vi då.
Wearing the jersey implies certain responsibilities. Team members must ensure the tempo of the race, and they, therefore, tire more. That is why it is sometimes better not to take the overall lead too early, in order to avoid tiring one's team.
Exakt, men jag backar ju så jag kommer tillbaka till de här.
The second classified climb is looming for the front of the race. Just like Mont Cassel and the other King of the Mountains climbs of the day, it carries a fourth category label.
Okej, ja. Jag är inte med just
The breakaway is losing its lead. It's going to be difficult for them.
Det blir alltid. Kör bara, kör.
This stage is fairly uneventful. If you think that nothing special is going to happen, you can advance the clock to the closing kilometers.
Vad tror jag håller på med?
Another classified climb is in sight for the head of the race. Once again, there will be 1 point to be gleaned for the first rider over the top. The breakaway is losing its lead. It's going to be difficult for them.
In på vägen tillbaka.
The end of the stage is not far off. Stay awake. It will soon start to move in the peloton.
Yes.
King of the Mountain sprint in 2 kilometers for the breakaway group.
Another 5 kilometers before the intermediate sprint. There will be
Håller han
20
fortfarande?
points for whoever is first over the line. The head of the race has 1.5 minutes lead on the peloton. There will be 1 point to be scored at the top. 30 seconds lead for the head of the race. There are 20 kilometers left before the finish in Calais. For the moment, stage victory is still undecided.
The peloton is 2 kilometers from the top of the climb.
Så. Oh damn! Gör inget.
It's the red pennant for the man at the front.
Watch out! You'll soon have no more energy for an attack.
34. Här är vi tillbaka. Och nu ska vi surprisa dem direkt.
Guys, today you've got stones on the menu. You'll be restless because everyone will want to be well positioned before each of the sectors. You'll have to do some elbowing to keep your pace. Good luck.
Ja. Snälla kommer ikapp. De lägger ingenting.
They're riding hard behind. This isn't the moment to relax.
Håller vi dem? Nej, vi håller dem inte. Nej.
He's the best placed on the overall standings in the breakaway.
Försök i två. Ja, hej. Kom.
The riders up front widening the gap, but they're not dangerous. The time gap with the head of the race is stable.
The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed.
In då.
The time gap between the peloton and the breakaway is decreasing. He can ride all day long on the flat. It would be hard to say that he's in his element on short climbs or sprints.
You're the best sprinter in the breakaway. You should manage to win the intermediate sprint. You must constantly try to shelter from the wind, so as not to consume energy. This is what allows a rider to edge clear at the end of the race.
A few more kilometres and the front of the race will be entering the first cobbled sector. Here we go. We're on to the first of today's 11 sectors from Villers to Fressa. 1,400 metres of cobblestones to start with.
You have 30 seconds lead.
Det här var ju skitroligt.
Keep your eyes open from now on, guys. The sectors will come pretty much one after the other now, and there won't be any long breathing spaces. Grit your teeth. The gap is increasing. We don't need to ride for now. There's nobody dangerous for us in the breakaway.
Han där längst fram. Han böjde om snart.
The gap is decreasing, guys. The peloton should be there for the stage win.
The lead group is entering the longest sector of the stage. 2,800 metres of cobblestones which carry a 4-star label. Last time check with the breakaway, 1 minute. Now it's the Varlin to Brillion sector that lies before the head of the race. When they exit, they only have 800 metres before hitting the next sector. He's accelerating.
Vem accelererar?
The riders are all back together. Everything will be played out in the final kilometres. And here's the final sector from Bousigny to Millonfosse. 1,400 metres ranked as 3 stars.
Yikes. Det är bra kämpat utav mig ändå. Ja, nu har jag lite problem.
Last kilometre.
Nu så. Det är bra. Det är bra vandrarhåll. Så ja. Jag kommer på sin sak.
Certainly one of the toughest kilometres in cycling ever. The riders would almost cross Belgium from north to south on this stage. There are a few difficulties, but at the end there is plenty to chew on, with a sequence of the Côte de Ref, the Mur Saint-Léonard and the Mur de Huy in less than 20 kilometres.
Jädrar, det var mycket han fick rabbla där, men det är de som ni ser i slutet där, det är 4, 3, 3. Det är inte babblade om.
Breakaway over.
Så.
The breakaway riders are increasing the gap. They are not dangerous for the overall standings. We can let them go.
Time gap
Jag
stabilized.
har ingen aning vart jag ligger.
1.5 minutes for the breakaway. It might just work. The intermediate sprint is nearing for the men at the front. The first man across will glean 20 extra points towards the points classification. The breakaway is losing its lead. It's going to be difficult for them.
Och det här blir sista racet för idag. Det blir lite kortare video. Tack vare att jag måste iväg. Yes. Men ni får i alla fall en video. Jag är inte med här. På väg ner. Sen på väg upp.
The first climb of the day is classified as 4th category. There will be 1 point that goes towards the mountain standings.
Perfect.
The end of the stage is not far off. Stay awake. It will soon start to move in the peloton.
Yeah.
The breakaway is unlikely to go all the way, guys.
All
Watch
the way,
out for
okay.
counter moves.
Yes.
The head of the race has 1.5 minutes lead on the peloton.
Så ja.
The breakaway is managing to hold off the peloton. The gap seems to have stabilized.
Det var ju mitt namn. Där är mig. Jag har en hel minut efter.
10 kilometers the finish, and 2 more difficulties on the menu. The Mur Saint-Léonard and the Mur de Huy.
Så en hel minut efter. Vem är som leder den då? Går man upp här så har man mycket bra chans att komma ikapp de som är framför.
Watch out for him. He's attacking behind.
The late group go over the top of the Mur Saint-Léonard. 4 more kilometers before reaching the foot of the Mur de Huy.
Watch out. You'll soon have no more energy for an attack.
Så. Då pumpar vi ut allting från kroppen där. Och det är sista nu. Here we go. Håller i alla fall. Ja. Håller en del framför. Men som sagt, det här var allt för den här gången. Så tryck gärna att prenumerera, kommentera så syns vi till avsnitt imorgon. Och har ni inte kollat in gårdagens video, gör det, för alltså, jag vet att ni inte tycker om det så mycket, men kolla i alla fall på videon. Så syns vi. Hej då.